Says trying to reconnect as soon as you go live. What's up, guys? Courtney's here. Real pumped up, excited to do a quick Facebook Live, some motivational content, some inspirational stuff here that was going to really help with your Monday, I think. In this video, and if I sound a little bit different or look a little bit rough, I'm just getting over a cold. Right, so I'm just getting over cold. I'm feeling better, but I'm pumped up today to share with you guys some really, hopefully, motivational stuff that makes you make a switch. And this is to somebody out there that is not happy with where you're at, in terms of your business, in terms of just mindset, in terms of your job, in terms of whatever. Right, if you're in a situation where you want to make a change, right? You want to fire your boss. You want to become self-employed. You want to make more money from home. You want to be a better speaker. You want to be an author. You want to be whatever, fill in the blank, whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is that you're motivated to do or you're fired up, you're passionate about, you got to realize that it's not just going to magically happen, right? And the title of this video is crucial. It's crucial to your success. It's crucial to you, creating that change that you want to see in the future, right? So what you're experiencing today, what you're manifesting today, whatever is unfolding today in your life is based off of what you were thinking, what you were doing and feeling yesterday and in your past, the past week, the past 2 weeks, the past month, what you did this morning, what you did this afternoon, right? So why I said that everything you do counts is because it's true, right? And this video is to get across a point. If you're watching this, it's to somebody, if you're watching this, to live a more conscious, driven, purposeful, intentional life. Live a conscious, driven, focused life on trying to create rather than settling and letting things just happen, right? I'm a firm believer that we create our own reality. We determine how we feel. We determine the results that we have in our life. If it's up to be, it's up to me, right? I love that quote because it's so true. So your thoughts, the emotions you have, right? The feelings that you have, everything counts. Everything matters. So if you're in a job that you hate, if you're in a situation that it's just not what you want, and every chance you get to complain, you take it and you complain. And when people turn around, you talk about people behind their back. Hopefully this isn't you, right? But if you're doing those kind of things, if you're complaining, if you're doing negative self-talk, saying, I can't do that, or only so-and-so can do that, I can't make money from home, I don't know how to do this, or whatever, if you're always constantly in a state of doubt, or living your fears instead of living out of faith, or if you're complaining every chance you get about your coworkers or your boss or the job that you just despise, if you're doing the things that are the opposite of what you are trying to create, your experience is going to be that. It's not going to be what you want, right? So that's why you got to start living a more purposeful, conscious, focused life. A life that is centered around you're in control, you're responsible, you're accountable for your mindset, for everything in your life, for your results in your business, your income, your happiness, right? Your feelings, your relationships, everything, right? When you take up that mindset, when you adopt the mindset that if it's up to be, it's up to me, then you no longer put anything in control for anybody else. You're in control, right? You're in control. We're not in control of everything, right? Sometimes, there's going to be things, obviously you can't control everything in life, right? So if you're trying to control everything, then you're out of control. But as soon as you let go of the need to have to control everything, that's the moment you become in control. Is you allow things to unfold naturally into your life. You allow things, events, people, circumstances to unfold and to happen as they're supposed to in your life, right? And that's the whole mindset that you want to adopt like, if you're just not happy with where you're at, I used to be in a job or multiple jobs, not just the old job that I used to have, but I did lots and lots of hard, manual, blue collar, physically demanding work, right? And I was just like, I don't want to do this. I don't like it, so I started focusing on what I had to do to get out of that situation, right? And I stopped complaining as much, and I stopped talking about whatever, my coworkers or my boss or how I hated it, and I started to focus more on what I loved and what I wanted to do instead of what I despised or what I didn't like about my situation in my life, right? So like if you're in a similar situation, or like how I used to be, if you're in that kind of, environment where you're not being supported, or you're just not content, right? You could be doing so much more. Then what I recommend to you is you start keeping track of your thoughts and your feelings, right? It doesn't have to be, you don't have to be crazy, you don't have to be insane about it, but like every time you have an opportunity to complain because so and so did this to you, or somebody said this about you, or today at work it sucked, because every time you get an opportunity to complain, instead think that this is a chance for me to create. This is a chance for me to create a new mindset, new thought patterns, new feelings, about where I'm at in my life, right? In an audio program that I listen to a lot, I'm always trying to feed my mind, develop my mindset, and think better, right? Because your thoughts are always creating your reality, and they're creating your results. So, and that is, I picked up from this audio called, what is it called? I can't think of it right now. It's by Esther and Jerry Hicks. I can't think of the audio, what it's called right now for some reason. But what I learned in there is they said basically the fastest way, hands down, to go from where you're at and to get to where you want to be is to make peace with your situation, is to make peace with yourself, make peace with the people around you in that environment, right? Oh yeah, Rebecca, The Vortex, and that is credited to Rebecca. That's her recommendation. It's a great audiobook. And that has just come to mind, where you just got to think, like, if you want to get out of a certain situation, what you have to do is make peace with that situation so you get in alignment with the kind of events and people that you want to attract into your life instead of the things that you don't want, right? So you hear it all the time, where your attention is going, this energy is flowing, right? So whatever you're focusing on is expanding. That's what you're creating. That's you forming your own reality, right? So if you're trying to create a change, then you need to start focusing on the things that you want rather than the things that you don't want, right? So like I said, every time you get a chance to complain, think of the C's, right? Complain, you have a chance to create new thinking patterns instead of staying where you're at. Instead of just settling in your life and staying content with talking about your coworkers, complaining about your boss, or complaining about how bad your situation is, right? Instead, focus on creating lasting change by living a conscious, driven life, right? That is some of the very best advice that I could give you, is wherever you're at, or wherever you're trying to go, is the more conscious, driven you are on, I want this, I'm willing to give up that in order to get it, then the chances of you doing that just dramatically skyrocket. Like, just snap your fingers, like they just dramatically go up. The more you're willing to sacrifice and just do whatever it takes to get what you want and make a commitment behind it, then the chances of you actually having that go up, right? So that's what I really want you guys to focus on today. I appreciate everybody coming on. Thank you, Mark John Brown, for coming on. Thanks, Farida, for hopping on. What's up, Rebecca? Thank you for hopping on. So cool to see you. Thanks, Eileen. Thanks, Vicky. Thanks, Lydia, for hopping on. Law of Attraction, yeah, that's pretty much what it's about. What you're focusing on is what you're creating. Thanks, Aziz, for hopping on. Thanks, Laney, for hopping on. Hopefully you guys got some real, like, tangible, practical value today, right? In terms of creating a change in your life, because everybody's always trying to, improve or make a better lifestyle or get to somewhere. But I don't know how many of us are actually like doing that consciously, right? Instead of just like letting life happen to you, think that life is happening for me. Think that everything that happens to you in your day-to-day life, everything, all of the events, everything that happens to you is happening to you in your favor. The universe, your circumstances, the people that come into your life, everything is rigged for your favor. If you have that mindset and that overall mentality that just always looking on that bright side, viewing life through that positive filter, that that was a quote that was from Rumi or something, was just the universe is rigged in my favor to help me get what I want, pretty much, right? If you just think that way, if you have that mindset, your chances of just getting to where you want to be so much faster just dramatically skyrocket. So that's what you got to focus on today, and all of that stuff, and making a commitment, like really making a commitment, a firm decision behind whatever it is you decide to do, and stay committed to that, and have a greater reason other than yourself. If I can leave any other advice out in the line, is if you're just stuck in your own head and your own mind and you're not focusing on other people, you're gonna stay stuck, right? That's why for years I went from job to job to job. I was always pretty much in my own head, right? So you got to get outside of your ego and think about, how can I serve the world, right? You don't literally have to think, how can I serve 8 billion people? How can I serve my marketplace? How can I improve upon someone else's life, right? Because think about it, and this is really good. Think about it. At the end of the day, who is really going to make your dreams come true? Who is going to make your dreams come true? Like in terms of finances, right? I mean, you're going to be behind it. Like, you're behind the work, you're behind the transactions, whatever. But the answer to that is people. People are. If you're self-employed, if you own a business, if you work from home, if you rely on customers and clients, people at the end of the day are going to be the ones that make your dreams come true. They're going to be the ones that pay your bills. They're going to be the ones that support you in your endeavors by you supporting them in whatever you help them with, right? So that's how you got to think. Think in terms of service. Think in terms of how much can you give rather than I'm trying to get. Think in terms of, expanding your awareness to how can I better serve more people with specific needs? What can I do for them today that's going to move them further along their path towards their dreams or getting X result, right? That's how you really got to think. Just get out of your head, get into that servant leadership mindset, and that's what you got to do. Really, that's pretty much it, right? So hopefully that creates a change in you. Is thinking that if you're a business person, especially work from home, you gotta be a people person, right? Because people are the ones that your friends can be your customers, right? At the end of the day, the people that you interact with, just people are going to be the ones that help you fund your dreams. They're going to be the ones that help you succeed in whatever it is, right? So keep that in mind as you work, as you build your business, expand your horizons and whatever you're trying to accomplish, and make a commitment behind what you're doing, and don't stop no matter what it takes. All right, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully you have a great rest of your Monday night. Take care.